Hello and welcome to this educational chess video. In this video, you will learn how to play professional chess and you will learn the most important chess principles by practical terms, because I'm going to play against the 1500 ELO chess bot and I'm trying to explain all of the ideas and all of the things that I know about chess. I'm currently 2601 in chess.com and let's go and start this game against Wendy 1500 from Canada. Hello, bonjour, what's up, whatever. Let's play. Pawn to e4. I'm going to start with the king's pawn move because it's the most active move. It activates the bishop and I will also control these d5 and f5 squares. She plays pawn to e5, which is a very good move. We are both controlling the center. In chess, always remember to develop your pieces and also play the moves that have simultaneous purposes. So just playing, for example, here knight c3 is a developing move. It's good. It also controls the center. There are three most important principles in the opening. You should develop your pieces, control the center, and always remember to prepare for castling. So knight c3 do that, but knight f3 is better because it also attacks this pawn on e5. So it forces something from black. So knight c6, she also develops and protects the pawn. Now I'm playing bishop to c4 because the bishop on c4 is so much active. It attacks this diagonal and I also prepare for short castle. So bishop to c4, let's see how she answers. So knight f6, she plays the two knight defense. This is Italian game and this is the two knight defense against Italian game. In this position you can go for the sharp lines with knight g5 for deliver attack, which is very good. That I'm not an expert in those things. Remember always to not learn everything. Many players trying to learn everything to play how to play knight g5, also d3 and all kind of things. This is not the correct approach. The correct approach is to learn few things but at a master level. So in this game I'm playing d3. Of course, remember knight c3 is a mistake here because black is taking on e4 and after you take back she will play d5 and it's a very good, she can grab the center. So pawn to d3, gioco piano system, and now bishop to c5. She's also developing. And now you should always remember also, so these are very simple things, so nothing so dramatic till now. But now I can castle. This is one of the main lines. But what I know about these lines, I am playing c3 move. Why c3 is a good option here? Because you need to have a plan in chess. Many players just playing knight c3. Knight c3 is also a very good move, played at top level by very great players, but they also know how to play afterwards. So if you're just carelessly developing your pieces without having any plan, it's not a good idea. When I'm playing c3, I have some plans that I will show you later. So c3 is trying to control this d4 square. She plays d6, and now after d6, if you're playing this kind of systems, you will always remember that this bishop is a very important piece. So if I'm just going to play some careless move like castle, she can play knight a5. Of course, this is not the end of the world, but at this position, I know that my bishop is the most important piece for me, is one of the very important pieces. So I'm dropping back the bishop to b3. So if she plays knight a5, I have bishop to c2. Now castle, and after castle, in this kind of systems, usually both players are not castling that fast because there are some opportunities for attack. I'm playing h3. This is not the best perhaps video for amateur level chess, but as I told you, you will learn how to play professional chess. So in this position, I'm waiting for her next move. So h3 is a useful move. In some positions, you need to play useful moves to be able to, maybe it's not the best idea, but in this game let's play castle. If I'm playing against a very strong player, I play h3 and maybe in next videos, but here I'm just castling, like let's castle. It's very important in chess games to castle. Bishop e6. Now she's trying to trade the bishop. I'm trying to not trade to bishop c2. Now there is a d4 threat that she should be very careful that she was not. Now this is some kind of traps that you can use in your games. This when you see this setup, the bishop on e6, the knight on c6, there is this break with d4. Now white is going to win a piece with pawn to d5. This is a very common thing. So when the bishop comes here, rook c8 was a completely nonsense. Like rook c8, like these bots played the opening very good, but rook c8 it's a completely nonsense move. Like you can play here d5, which black is okay, but rook c8 and now d4, and now I'll play d5. This is very simple. I won a piece. So let's take the piece. Very good. Beginning to heat up. It's a long time. Now this is a very awkward pin, so I'm trying to solve it. h3. And when you are a piece up, bishop h5 was better. When you are a piece up, try to... Now a4 is a good move because a5 is coming. Let's see. Yeah, she will play a5. And now knight to d2 perhaps. No, to a3 is better. Because if d5 I can take on e5. That's what I wanted to play. I mean, e4 is hanging. No, e4 is not hanging, so I can just take it. e4 is not hanging, so this is a pawn. Very simple. You'll just trade the pieces. I'm a piece up. It's very hard for me to explain very simple things. I don't know if I'm clear, but yeah, I'm preferring not to take, but she's going to take, so I will take it. Now I'm a completely piece up. Bishop to g5, just trading everything. I don't know if this kind of video is interesting for you, but just let me know. Knight to b5, another attack. I will explain later like what happened in the opening. Now, so trading the pieces is the best way to go, because now I also can take this one. c6, but queen h5. Yeah, I was careless. Queen d6 also cb5. Yeah, I was careless. But nevertheless, I'm still winning. So this is how not to play in a winning position, to be careless. Exactly, to be careless is the way to... So now queen h5, g6 is with tempo. Now I should be careful. From now on, I can't afford being careless. So queen d3 is the move. So now, oh my god, I want remember always to not misclick also. So it's rook e1, bishop f2 exists. So this is not what I want. Yeah. Somehow she's back into the game. This happens in chess, and you should also remember to be calm if you make a mistake. So this is not the end of the world. Usually when you make several mistakes, you will lose. But now rook e2 is coming, which is a little bit awkward, but I have to check, so it's not a big deal. So let's just take here. And see. But I thought that I have a check and take, no? Why it's not so? So like, why I cannot do this? Like, rook f2, I'll just take. Rook c2, I'll just take. I mean, this is... Yeah, this was a little trick. Okay, queen e6, just simply trading. Like, there is no... It's getting cold in here. Why cold? I don't know. A rook e1, bishop f2. This, you should remember this to not fall for these tricks. So bishop b3 is with the check. I guess it's better to start with this check. I mean, I can give her the pawn or not. Not sure. Let's play rook b1. Let's just play safe. Yeah, g3, king g2 is a4. I'll just take. Yeah, maybe I'm not the best kind of guy to explain chess against very weaker players. That's the problem. Yeah, like, but like, I hope you will get something from this video. Like c5, now you're just pushing. I don't know what to explain here. Like, it's just a push game. Now I'm just going to trade this one also. Now bishop c4 check to win the rook fully. And now rook e8, b7, b8. It's time to resign, but of course at this level she will not resign. There are some chances for stalemate still. Now I can pre-move, of course. sure in which language she's speaking. Maybe it's French. I wanted to go for a checkmate. Yeah, maybe rook e1. It's the quickest checkmate, maybe queen d6, queen d4, and rook e. Oh no, it's not checkmate. Oh my god. Okay, let's play b5, and now next move is checkmate. Still next move is not checkmate. Still next move is not checkmate. And this is the checkmate. There is no need for game review for this game. But yeah, I can also use it. Like, I have one for one day, so why not using it? So yeah, I made a mistake actually. I made a blunder with no, that was not a blunder even. 2400 levels, so she plays in 1550. Developing the pieces, Italian game we have, and after that we have this bishop b6, which usually bishop, yeah, this is, if you're playing Italian, this video can be useful for you, of course. Like Gioco Piano game. I was trying to play h3 also, like h3 here also playable, but exactly h3 some bishop e6 and now, or a5 of course, or a5, like it's very soon to start the attack because black didn't touch the h6 pawn, like the pawn is not on h6, so in these positions it's not the best idea to play g4. So it's not clear what am I playing for, so here I should castle. So castle first is better, of course. Bishop e6, bishop c2. And now engine actually recommends bishop b6, which is also good to prevent this d4. But I was trying d5, like, I think it's a very good move. There are some problems perhaps with this e5 pawn that white can exploit in some positions. Yes, this is the main theory as far as I can remember, but that there is a problem rook c8, and after that I'm just going to push. Using tactics is very important in chess. And after that I just traded the pieces. Yeah, queen d5 even is fine, like, but of course, like, why not queen d3, just simply playing chess. It's very interesting that according to engine, queen takes d5 is +4 and queen d3 is +3. And very important here, if I played queen h5, g6, they usually say this, like, when you make a mistake, the one thing that you can learn from this video is that when you make a mistake, usually the first mistake doesn't cost you the game. And usually it's the shock of that mistake that you will make more mistakes. Sometimes the move that you make is also not a mistake. Like, you think it's a mistake. You were shocked. I just didn't saw c6, and because of that, I'm shocked. Like, I'm angry I'm angry to myself, and like I'm trying to say, okay, why I should allow this, but then I'm saying, okay, queen h5, she takes, I will take. But suddenly after queen h5 there is g6. And I should just move the queen, I don't know where to go. And then c takes b5 and black is completely fine back into the game. And if I take, like, there are h5 and then rook to e2 maybe in some positions, black is completely fine. So this is how not to play chess. So here I think I made a good decision to think, and I played here. Even queen f5 exists. That's another good point. Like, take, and then c8 hanging. But queen d3 is fine. And I take, and here it says that ab5 is a miss. I saw this, and okay, let's see rook e1. I was thinking that, okay, my queen is trapped, like, rook in here, and what should I do? Take? Okay, there is a rook d1 at the end of the game, at the end of the road. And it's over. Yeah, it's the game. Wow, I just missed this. It's the game. Like, it will finish the game on this spot. Like, there is no king d6, there is no king d8, so king d7 I'll take. Yeah, that sequence of move I didn't saw. Because here I play here. Actually, there is still here, but queen takes. Wow, queen takes, queen takes. And king h1 I should be winning. Why not? A bishop takes, but still it should be winning, you know. This is completely winning, so. But rook d1 is much strong, but then come back. No. Okay, I just played a b5, like trying to, and yes, this was the reason that I had queen h8, rook e1. Otherwise, my advantage is somehow decreased dramatically. So now rook e2, mistake. G6, of course, is a good move, covering this diagonal, and then rook e2. So this is, when you only think about your self-interest, this is it. Rook e2, it comes. I'll just take it. And after this is just, I cannot explain these things. This is just playing nonsense moves. And it's over. Okay. It was a new experience for me. I don't know if it was good or not. Please write down in the comments that was it educational for you, was it good for you, and in which parts I can do better. Thank you for watching and enjoy chess and life.